Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. It's Mike here, Mike's Drones and More, and this is my Sunday live Q&A video that I do every week. So just want to let you guys know I'm going to actually be changing this up a little bit, just because it is becoming the spring, almost summertime, and there's going to be a lot of drone races coming up, and so it's just going to be easier for me in the long run if we do a Q&A. So it's going to be like more of a channel update, Q&A, and we're going to start that next Sunday, and then it'll be every other Sunday. And then I'm thinking we can do a live Q&A video maybe once a month on the first Sunday of every month or something like that. So I'm sorry that this one is coming a little bit later than usual, but I've been out all day long drone racing, so that's why I'm late. But had a really good time today. I got some really good laps in, some really good racing in. I think my fastest lap today, well, I posted online earlier, my fastest lap was 39 seconds, and I ended up lowering it by 3 more seconds, so my fastest lap today was 36 seconds, and this was with my purple custom drone that I built. So this one was doing really super good. So it was just flying through the course, just doing a phenomenal job. Now there is definitely a reason why I am flying better with my drone, and I'll show you guys in a second here. So now there's an unboxing video that I'm going to be doing for this coming later this week, probably on Wednesday, but I got my first pair of Fat Sharks. So I got a pair of Fat Shark Dominator V3s. So these are my new Fat Shark V3 with the OLED receiver, which is a freaking fantastic receiver. And these things are just insanely really nice. All the racing footage that you guys will see, hopefully, for tomorrow's video, will be coming off the DVR on this, and you guys should see a huge improvement on the DVR footage coming off these goggles. It is just insane how well these goggles really are. Nothing wrong with those E-Sheens. I still have them as a backup, and I will still keep using those, you know, every now and then when I do need a backup pair, but these are really great. I didn't race them today with the diopter set. Ordered some diopters, and those are coming soon. So I should get those, I think, by Tuesday, and I will see. Hey Dwayne, how's it going? So I'll see how they work after that, but I did race all day today with the Fat Sharks, and I gotta tell you guys, this has improved my FPV racing bar none. Absolutely the best investment I think I've made so far with my FPV flying. So definitely, if you're going to get into FPV racing, you know, there's nothing wrong with starting off with the E-Sheens. I love those goggles. They're really nice. But this has a much better picture, better field of vision. You just really feel immersed in the whole drone racing. And it just really feels well. They're lightweight. They're not bad at all. I use the red... I don't know why my camera's not focusing. There it goes. For some reason, the patch antenna that I've been using, the red one, the triple feed, I used that on this. Flawless video throughout the whole race. I didn't have any trouble with video at all. So I gotta say, Fat Sharks #1, absolutely awesome. I love these goggles. They are great. And that really, like, I was getting consistently probably about a minute laps before, and I've gotten all the way down to 36 seconds. And I'm going to keep working on it and keep working on it because I can get faster. So there was a guy today that was putting down like 12 and 15 second laps. So that is really fast. But he's been doing it a lot longer, and he's a lot faster. So, but yeah, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my YouTube channel real quick here, guys, so I can answer any questions you got. So if you're just tuning in, like I said, what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to be doing a live Q&A video every week now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just call it a channel update Q&A every other week. So what we'll do is we'll just do basically a pre-recorded one on Sunday for you guys, and then I'll answer any questions you guys have for those following weeks. And then say like once a month on like the first Sunday of the month, we will do an actual live Q&A for you guys. And the reason I'm changing it up is because it's getting warmer outside. There's a lot more drone races, and I just need more time to really concentrate on my drone racing. So that's the reason why I'm changing at least this part of it. And also, that'll get a chance to where I can do it early in the morning, and it can kind of catch everybody. Because when I do it in the afternoons live, I know some people, you know, like back east, it's already like 7:30 right now. And in over in like California, I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Hi, Gene. Nice to see you. So that's pretty much the reasoning for why I am changing that. So we may go back to it again if I get you know, a lot of questions for the week or something like that that I want to go over. I may split it up and do a live Q&A, but I think for right now we're just going to do a channel update, like I said, and a live Q or a Q&A every week. And then what I'll do is on the first Sunday of the month, I'll do like a regular Q&A. And if I don't get any questions for the week, you know, I may just not do a Q&A at all. I may just keep it for the next week, and then, you know, something like that. So kind of, you know, help me out with my drone racing, because most of the drone races are on the weekend except for Tiny Whoop Racing, and Tiny Whoop Racing usually is on like Tuesday or Wednesday night. So, and this Tuesday night, if you're interested in the Tiny Whoop Racing, definitely watch, because we're going to be going to a new place here in town in Longmont, and it's going to be really, really fun. So it's going to be a brand new location. It's kind of like a miniature Dave and Buster's as we're going to be going. So, yeah, so I had a blast today. Absolutely fun. I think I placed 9th overall out of the total of, it was, I think, 12. Yeah, we had 12 pilots, and I placed 12th. So, or not 12th. 12 pilots, I placed 9th. So I didn't do too bad. Not too bad at all. Usually, when I first started out, I was coming in like last place, like right around it. So I'm progressively getting better and better and better. So I'm still not flying in acro mode. I'm hoping to take this little purple one out this week and do some actual acro flying. I have been practicing with the Freerider sim, and have also been practicing with the Velocidrone. So I want to try and take those skills out to the actual field and see if I can actually get some acro in. So, but yeah, so that's the kind of like the plan. So, hey, how's it going, drone review guys? So that's all I really got today. And like I said, I've been out drone racing all day. You can see my cheeks are bright red from the sun. We didn't bring our sunshade, but it's been so windy in Colorado this last week, I haven't been able to get out and fly at all. We've been having gusts like 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, so you can't fly your, yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can't fly your drone when it's that windy. You know, the Phantom, I've had my Phantom up in the air at like 30 miles an hour, roughly, gusts, and that was, the Phantom was like that. Of course, the camera was nice and straight, but that was still a little sketchy up there in the air. So, but yeah, but it got a lot of things. I'm still waiting. I'm almost been waiting a month now for the, I'm going to be building a brushless Tiny Whoop. I know a lot of you guys are interested in the Tiny Whoops, so I ordered some brushless motors for one, and frame. I've got everything. I'm just waiting on the little motors for the brushless Tiny Whoop. Because I think that would be really cool to do some like out in the yard stuff, and just some playground stuff, you know, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. And like I said, got the Fat Sharks, and so got Fat Shark footage, and hopefully it turns out well. Hopefully, I did the playback through the Fat Shark video, and it looked like everything was good and stuff like that. So hopefully the footage turns out. So look for that tomorrow, guys. That should be out tomorrow. So I'm going to be working on that probably most of the afternoon here. So doing the editing and everything like that. I have a QX90. It's not brushless, but it's a fast little whoop like drone. Oh, okay, cool. I think I've heard of the QX90. I think that's a nice little drone. So that's all I've got for updates for me for right now. Like I said, I've just really been concentrating and hitting the drone racing really hard. I'm hoping I can maybe make it for like the nationals or something like that. I probably won't, but you never know. But trying to really get into the more competitive stuff. So, and Fat Sharks, if you're getting into drone racing, you know, nothing wrong with the inexpensive ones, but I tell you what, Fat Sharks are like the DJI of goggles. I mean, they're the top of the line, the best ones that they make out there, and they are just absolutely phenomenal. I love them, and they're so comfortable on your face. You know, you don't even really feel them. So yeah, and that unboxing of that will be coming up, and I'll be doing some more tutorials on the Fat Sharks as I learn to use them and things like that. So because the instructions that come with them, they're like all right. They're kind of like a little bland, so I had to really look a lot of stuff up on YouTube on like how to do this, how to do that. But now that I know how to do it, and I asked some of the guys at the race today how to help me to set them up and everything like that, so I'll teach you guys if you're interested in that. So yeah, and so like I said, that's all I've got for my updates. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat here. I've got it next to me on my computer, so I'll be able to see your questions. We'll keep the chat open for like the next, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so, guys. And then whenever whenever we're done, we'll go ahead and call it a day. I know the last time I checked, let me bring up actually the video for the drone giveaway. So if you guys didn't check out my 4,000 subscriber video, I will put a link up here. I'll try. And then I'll also put it at the end of the video. I'll put a link to it. So you guys can go back and watch that video, because I'm giving a Bugs 3 brushless drone away. So we are almost there. I'm looking up the video now. Give me 1 second, guys. I know we already hit the likes, so we had to hit 50 likes, and we had to hit 400 views. So we're at 55 likes on that video, and we are at 214 views. So we're almost at 400. We just need some more views, and then we can go back and I can give that drone away to you guys. So, and if you, like I said, if you didn't earlier this week get a chance to check out that video, check it out. That's my 4,000 subscribers. So awesome. And when we hit 5,000, hopefully we'll be able to do a really, really sweet, good giveaway. So something like that. So, but thank you guys as always for watching the videos and everything. I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus here. Sorry, guys. So there we go. Okay, I'm trying to get it to focus into my face. There we go. Okay, so what's acro? Okay, so for you guys that are new to drone racing and such, okay, so there's really 3 standard modes pretty much. Okay, so there's one called stability mode, right? Okay, so stability mode, what that does is it keeps your drone stable. That's why it's called stability mode, or angle mode is what they call it, okay? So what it does is when your drone is flying, it stays like this. Now keep in mind, you still have to keep it throttling, so keep it hovering and everything like that, but it has a limited angle, so you can only go like that, that, okay? So it's going to limit the amount of angle you have for your turns and things like that. It's kind of like, it just helps you basically. Now there's called horizon mode. Now horizon mode is a combination of angle mode, where it keeps it angle or straight with the horizon, but it also allows for more angle. So with horizon mode, it will go like this. It'll go like that, much farther down, left, right. You'll have much more angles. And also with horizon mode, you can actually, if you hit the stick and hold it to the right for about not even 2 seconds, it'll actually flip, right? Or if you push it forward and give it, it'll flip, right? Okay, so that's how you do that. Now there's also acro mode. Now acro mode is, it's not in stability mode. So if you push your throttle up, it's going to continue to go up. It won't stop until you give it the next direction. If you hit left, it's going to continue left until you give it the next direction, and it's going to stay like that. So if you have the sticks like this, it's going to continue to stay like that. It's not going to go back here to center. It's going to continue like that. If you go like that, it's going to continue to fly like that. So that's why you can see all those FPV videos where they go kind of like zip, 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 zip. You know, like that is because they do like a flip, and then they'll do a flip, and a flip, flip. And like I said, it'll just keep flying in the same direction until you give it stick input, and then it'll flip like that, and then like that, and then whatever. So that's the 3 main. So the 2 main a lot of people use is angle mode. Angle mode is mostly used, and most of the Tiny Whoop racers, including the pros, they use angle mode on the Tiny Whoops. Just because these guys are so teeny and tiny, and they have those brush motors that you just need angle mode. It's the best mode. Go back and watch Jesse Perkins, Mr. Tiny Whoop himself, and he will tell you that he flies in angle mode. Almost all the pros that fly the tiny whoops fly in angle mode. You just have to. There are some people that fly in the acro mode, but you're not gonna win races if you're in acro mode with a tiny whoop. It's just not gonna happen. Now with these bigger ones, you need to fly in acro mode if you can, or at least horizon mode, which I'm slowly converting over from angle mode into the horizon mode. And getting much better with it, so, and much more smooth. But this is my original drone that I built for $100 from the UAV Future site, and I gotta tell you, this thing is a beast. Like I said, I was doing 36-second laps with this, and it's just an awesome little drone for sure. So I absolutely love this 5-incher. This is by far my favorite. I've built quite a few 5-inches you guys have seen, but that by far is my favorite drone by far. So I did fly the green one today, but I had some issues with it, so I've got to put it into beta mode, or not beta mode, put it into beta flight and adjust some of the rates and things like that. And slow it down a little bit because it was doing quite a bit of movement and I had a really hard time controlling it, so I switched back over to my purple one, and the purple one I'm going to copy that one basically and make the same settings that one already has. So, but yeah, so alright, so let's see, Dennis Wolf, he wanted to know, how do you use the Hover app? So I don't personally use the Hover app myself, but the Hover app basically, it gives you weather, it gives you also the UV index. So I forget what if it's over like a certain amount of UV sunlight coming in, basically that can affect the GPS on like a DJI drone. With these racing drones, the Hover app is not really going to affect it all that much. Those are really strictly for speed, and I don't know why I keep unfocusing. There we go. All right. Yeah, so that's what that basically does. Another really good app to download is one called AirMap. AirMap is a great free app that you can download, and you can get like authorizations to fly if you've got your Part 107 like I do. It gives you weather, tells you what airspace that you're in. It gives you just about everything that you need. So that's the main app that I use when I'm doing like my Part 107 professional stuff. And then of course I use that too when I'm out flying my racing drone. If I'm somewhere, just want to do some like freestyle or free flying, just to check the area and stuff like that. So definitely download AirMap. Another good one I'm trying to think of, there's Hover, AirMap. I know there was one other one out there. I can't remember what it is, but I'll look it up for you and I will let you know. But yeah, Hover's a good one to check like wind speed, weather, temperature, things like that. It's a really good app to use. It definitely is. So I hope that answers your question. So let's see. So Ryan21 says, sorry I haven't been on YouTube lately. Glad you had some time to watch the video. Glad you're tuning in. Thank you. So Ryan, he said, what is a good beginner race drone for lots of wind? Live in Wyoming. I'm in Colorado, so yes, I know all about Wyoming. The windy state is what they should rename it to, right? So if you're looking to getting into racing, they have one that is similar to this. It's called the Wizard 220. So it's basically, it's a 220 frame. It's actually a really good beginner racer drone. They have the old X220, and I think you can get the X220 Wizard with a controller for like under $200 now, the older version, which is still nice. And then they've got the newer one that they just came out with this year. I think it's the Wizard 215 or something like that, which are great beginner drones. They're great racer drones. Now, if you're getting into winds probably more than like 10 to 15 miles an hour, you probably want to go something bigger with like a DJI that's got like position hold and stuff like that. Because these little guys, they're not going to hold up too much wind. I would say probably 25 miles, and that's really pushing it. Because these things can't stand up very well. So looking into getting into something beginner, try the Wizard. It's made by Eachine, so the guys over at Banggood. and it's a really good drone. I haven't personally flown it, but it's gotten super good reviews. I'd like to get my hands on one just to kind of test it out for you guys. And maybe if I can get a super good deal on one, or maybe if somebody sends one for me to review, I can share it with you guys. But I've heard absolutely nothing but good things about that particular drone. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. So Mr. Redneck Spider-Man says, hey, what's up? And how is Colorado? Colorado is good. The wind died down. It's been horrible this whole last week. We had just absolutely horrible wind. So I could not get out and race or fly. But of course, when I can't get out and race and fly, I fly my tiny whoops inside. That's what's great about those. You can fly them year round. You can fly them in the summertime, wintertime, springtime, anytime. So as long as you have somewhere, a house, apartment, a space where you can fly a tiny whoop. So that's what's really cool about those. Those are fun. So I hope that answers your question. So let's see. Yeah, so definitely, Ryan, definitely check that out. And, you know, probably, I know in Wyoming we have Neutron. Neutron, he's a tiny whoop racer, and he lives up in, I think, Cheyenne. And I think one of our other FPV pilots, he lives up in Cheyenne. So I don't know, are you close to Cheyenne, Larimer, somewhere around there by chance? So put that down in the chat for me, let me know. Because you can always meet up with us. Casper, Wyoming. Let me look in the map. Is that up north? I can't remember. Let me look on the maps here. Okay, I'm on Google Maps. Give me one sec here. Casper. That's way up there, isn't it? It's up in like the northwest, isn't it? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now. Okay. I see where it is. So you kind of go up north of Cheyenne and you kind of hook around. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to, you could always come down. I don't think they have any drone clubs up there, but go to multigp.com and then click on chapters, and then it'll show you all the chapters for the entire United States, and then you can see if there's anything near you. I don't know about Casper, but I do know that Neutron, he does drive down from Cheyenne, and then also Larry FPV Havoc, he flies down from, or not flies down, drives from Cheyenne as well. So I know a lot of the guys from Wyoming, they'll cross the border and come down into Fort Collins, Colorado, because that's where we do a lot of the drone racing. Up in, it's called LaPorte, is where we typically race up there. So, yeah. So if you can, come visit us. I would love to have you come and check out the drone racing and join me one day, and maybe I can give you some pointers. And all the FPV pilot guys, they're always so nice. Everybody's willing to help one another out, give each other advice, help you to get better. I mean, that's what FPV is all about. It's great. You know, it's a lot different from doing like Part 107, where you're doing actual like work for customers and you're making money, and nobody wants to give you tips, nobody wants to tell you anything, nobody wants to give you any advice. But go into the FPV world and it's just the opposite. People want you to get better. People want to help you out. I mean, if you break something, you don't have it, if somebody's got it, they'll lend it to you. I mean, you know, if you don't have a wrench or something, you don't have some electrical tape, if they have it, they will give it to you, or they'll sell it to you for super cheap. So yeah, definitely, absolutely, make it a day. Come down. We usually have races every Sunday in LaPorte, and it's with the Fort Collins FPV Club, and you're more than welcome. If you don't even have to race, you can just come and just watch and just hang out with the guys and just get a really good idea of what it takes to get into FPV and what you really need. And it would be awesome. We're always looking for new people to come and join, and we just have a blast. It's just a bunch of guys out there flying our quads, and we all have fun. Everybody's super friendly, nice to each other. My wife always comes with me, and she's got the e-sheen goggles now, so that way she can watch me as I'm racing, and she's usually taking pictures of everybody's FPV racers and everything like that. And I'm usually doing video, you know, stuff like that for you guys. So we try and do, you know, tag team it and, you know, do a good job. So she's got some really cool pictures. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, check out Instagram and Facebook, because I'm going to be posting a whole bunch of cool pictures she got today with her Canon Rebel. She's got a DSLR, and that thing takes some phenomenal pictures. So yeah, definitely check those out, guys. So all right, let's see where we're at here. We're at like 25 minutes. So my Instagram is what is my Instagram? It's, I think, if you why does the thing keep on focusing? Just go to, I think it's Mike's Dronesmore. I think it's Mike's Dronesmore. If you just look up, if you go to Instagram and just look up Mike's Drones and More, you'll find it. It's right there. I mean, it's everywhere. So, or if you usually if you go back to any of my old videos, look down at the bottom. It'll say follow me on social media, including this one after this video. I'll put it down below, and it'll have my Facebook on there. It will have Instagram on there. It'll have my Twitter account on there. So yeah, everything. Now, another thing you guys may have noticed is the main website, mikesdronesandmore.com, is down. Okay, and the reason that it's down right now is because I'm revamping the website. So if you go there, it'll say currently there's no website or anything like that. So I'm revamping the website. I'm making it more YouTube user-friendly, so that way if you guys want to reach out to me that way. But definitely, I know a lot of you guys have always asked, you know, what's the best way to reach out to you? So the best way to reach out to me is YouTube in the comments. That's number one. Number two would probably be Facebook. Facebook's a good way to reach out to me, but definitely the comments. So if you want to get a hold of me, just the comments in YouTube, I check that. It notifies me and lets me know. Facebook, it doesn't let me know always when I've got a message. So sometimes somebody will send me a message and I don't reply for like a couple of hours because I don't see the messages. So I just don't check Facebook as often as I do the YouTube channel. So number one, YouTube is the best way to get a hold of me and answer questions. And I try and get to everybody as quickly as I possibly can. You know, sometimes this is not my full-time job. I have a full-time job during the day, and then I have my drone business on the side, and then everything else. So, and I'm going to try, I hope, guys, this week I can do a little video for you guys on how to start up a drone business if you're looking into getting into like professional drone photography, videography, and stuff like that, and help you guys out to learn how to do it, because it is fun and it can be profitable. I'm not going to joke, it's hard to get into the business. You know, there's a lot of pilots out there with a lot of experience, so it is hard being the new guy out there, but you can do it. So, and we just had a drone job last weekend in Estes Park, where we got to go do some work at a motel. Yeah, the camera keeps focusing in and out, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. This is my new phone. It's the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So I'm not sure if there's an adjustment or something I need to do on the video. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But but it is a much nicer camera and a much smoother camera. So I hope you guys like that. So let's see here. So I think we're going to keep this open for about another minute. And Modesto, hello. Thanks for joining. Bunker, thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll keep this going for about another minute here. If anybody has any questions for me, like I said, if you're just tuning in now, I'll let you know again. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing this live Q&A. So like I was saying before at the very beginning of the video, the reason I'm changing this up is because there's so many new drone races that are coming up. So I need to open up some more time. So what I'm going to do is we're still going to do every Sunday, but I'm going to do not a live Q&A. I'm just going to do a channel update and a Q&A session. So if you guys have questions, put them in the comments below. Use hashtag Q&A. Somehow I know that it's the question of the week, right? And then that next week I will do a recorded video, probably Saturday afternoon. I'll post it for Sunday. And then maybe once a month on, like, I was thinking the first Sunday of the month, what we'll do is we'll do an actual live Q&A. And if I do get enough questions, I might do a live Q&A. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and keep it to one live Q&A at the top of the month, every first Sunday of the month. And then every Sunday after that, we'll just do a pre-recorded one with questions until we get you know, more people that are viewing and have questions. My son is upstairs playing Xbox and yelling as usual. So, but anyway, okay guys, so that's all I've got. I don't see any more questions. So if I didn't get to your question, if you're watching afterwards and you have one for me, put it down below in the comments. Next week's video is going to be a pre-recorded, so I will answer the questions then for you guys. And just make sure you use hashtag like Q&A, live Q&A, question of the week, some way to where it shines out of the other comments so I know it's just a question that you have, and I will make sure to answer it in the next video. So thank you for all your views. Thank you for all the support, guys. Thank you especially to each and every one of my patrons. You know who you guys are. So thank you so very much for your continued support. I really, really, really appreciate it, guys. And oh yeah, and don't forget, guys, to check out the old video, the subscriber 4000 video, because there's going to be a link in there for the Gleam. That way you can enter in to win the Bugs 3 drone. But you have to watch that video, and you have to click on the link. So we're not going to change that. So anyway, guys, thank you for the support again. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything. And in the meantime, guys, let's make sure to keep our drones up in the air, flying high. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for hanging out, and have an awesome day.